Hey guys, yo, what's up and welcome to Jump Inside Gaming News, where we give you all the best bits of gaming in the past fortnight. My name's Seb and let's get started. Final Fantasy VII DLC coming to PowerWash Simulator. Final Fantasy VII is the next game to receive a DLC in PowerWash Simulator. The mid-gear special pack will include the Hardy Daytona Cloud motorbike from the iconic city escape sequence, as well as Tifa's Bar 7th Heaven and Guard Scorpion, the first boss encounter in the game. So, Final Fantasy VII is coming to PowerWash Simulator. If you're not familiar what PowerWash Simulator is, it's a game about cleaning gardens and everything. It's really interesting, it's really cool, and the fact that they're adding Final Fantasy VII into it is just awesome. I know they've done Tomb Raider, where you get to go around spraying the Tomb Raider mansion, but it's cool that they're adding in more games to this system. So now you're going to be around and spray down and wash down things from the game Final Fantasy VII. If you're a fan of that, awesome, right? Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next bit of news. Dambuster Studios says Dead Island 2's new skill deck is even better than a skill tree. Dambuster Studio reckons the new game skill deck is one of the most exciting features coming to the highly anticipated sequel, Dead Island 2. Talking to Game Informer's creative director James Worrell and new narrative designer Khan teased the new skill deck is even better than a skill tree, enabling players to change loadout mid-air. So here's an interesting thing that Dambuster Studios says that it's the most exciting feature coming in the highly anticipated sequel Dead Island 2, which I must decline to disagree with. Personally, I think the most exciting thing to do in a zombie game would be to kill zombies. I think that would be a very obvious thing, but this guy says that this is the most exciting feature. I think that might be taken a bit out of context. I honestly think that if it's a skill deck, then that could be more interesting than a skill tree if done right. I don't know if it is going to be better than a skill tree, but if you say so, then okay, awesome. I can't wait to see if this is actually going to make a game-changer difference when I get the game. So, if you're up for checking out if there is going to be a better skill system, I will be putting that in the video when I review Dead Island 2. But, of course, there you go. That's just a quote, and hopefully it is obviously going to be better, because I'm hoping something more interesting than a skill tree now that it's mentioned. Anyway, moving on to the next bit of news. Is Starfield delayed or not? Officially, no, and to be fair, Microsoft and Bethesda Game Studios, they already told us we wouldn't be hearing anything out of Todd Howard's next epic role-playing game during Wednesday's Developer Direct showcase, and there's going to be a standalone showcase for Starfield at some point. Okay, so the good thing is it's not delayed, and it still says it's going to be coming out in the first half of this year. I'm excited for Starfield. I'm excited to get this game. There's not a lot of information on it. I'm excited to see more information. We've seen a little bit of gameplay at the trailers, but other than that, we haven't really seen much in a while. So I'm hoping for a trailer to come out at some point between now and June, where we're going to see some proper version of what this game really has to offer before we get the game. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait. Is Starfield delayed? I don't mind. It's a really big idea for a game. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. Now, don't delay if you can help it, but if you must delay, don't delay it too long. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a delay. If, of course, there isn't a delay and it does push that deadline date, then make sure it's as crisp as possible. We obviously know there are going to be day one patches in a game like this, so do expect to hit a few bugs if you are going for this game on day one. But other than that, it is a big idea. I can't wait to see what this game obviously offers, and yeah, I can't wait to get into this. But I'm excited for Starfield. Are you? Write it down in the comments down below. Moving on to the next bit. Fallout 5, everything we know so far. Fallout 5 has been confirmed as being in development, though for now this just means that it's being worked on in some capacity. Whatever state it's in right now, it's likely quite some time away from being released, given that Bethesda has 2 full games to ship before it puts out a new Fallout game. So Fallout 5 has begun productions, which is great news if you're a Fallout fan. It means they are definitely doing a Fallout 5. That is really cool. Well done on getting that up. But of course, it's going to be quite a long way away because they haven't even got Starfield out, let alone Elder Scrolls. So I'm thinking, where and what is this? What does this all mean? And of course, it means they probably know some type of location. I've heard a rumor it's saying Hawaii. I'm not too sure if that's a good idea to set something in Hawaii. And I'm just wondering right now, what would be the best location for a Fallout game? Personally, I think we've visited Hawaii or an island like that in the game like Dead Island, which is quite apocalyptic. And of course, if that's the case, then I don't want to go to LA either, because I know that Dead Island 2 is covering that game. We've done Capital Wasteland. We've done Virginia, West Virginia. We've done, what's the other one? I can't remember. The Commonwealth. We've had a mod in London. So I'm thinking, what is the best location for an apocalyptic zombie game, but also more than zombies, because it's Fallout. You're going to have super mutants and deathclaws. What would be a very interesting location for a Fallout game? What could you do interesting with the Enclave, with the Brotherhood of Steel? What could you do with all that information and gather that out and put them into places that are broken down, maybe some cities out there? What could you do? Where could a good location be? For me, I'd like to see a Fallout game in New York City. That would be a very interesting location. I don't think we've seen enough of New York City in an apocalyptic game, so I'm excited to see what that could look like. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Where do you think a new Fallout game could be? Anyway, moving on to the next bit of news. Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox skipping E3 2023 claim reports. A recent report suggests that Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox will not be participating in this year's iteration of E3. And this is the interesting one. Yes, of course, the big three are not attending E3 according to rumors. What is that going to look like? Is that going to look like a bunch of gameplay trailers? I'm not too sure exactly what that means. I remember watching, I think it was the Fallout 76 announcement at E3, where Todd Howard just owned the stage and just went, you know, you're excited for Fallout and all that kind of stuff. I was super excited for that, and seeing that on E3, watching that live stream. I love what E3 has to offer, and to take Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo away from that so they'll do their own thing, I just don't see if that's a great move. As in, I love the fact that we get to all gather together. I mean, not me personally, but there can be a bunch of gamers in one location celebrating gaming and celebrating what is to come in gaming. I've no idea if... I mean, I know it sounds cringy a lot when you look at what they actually offer, but I just think that it's a nice way, just to, like, a nice gathering of people. I have no idea what that's going to look like without them. I'm hoping that E3 kicks off and does still remain to be a really good source of gaming information and news in a public event. I hope that's the case, but if it isn't, then I'm just a little bit scared, because I don't want... I'd like seeing everything all in one location. I don't like everyone doing their own thing, but if that is the case going forward, then this could be the end of E3. What are your thoughts? Do you watch E3? Are you interested? Do you watch the E3 stream when it plays out and it does all those gaming announcements? What are your thoughts on all this? Anyway, that's it from me, and hopefully you have enjoyed. If you do enjoy the video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe and write a comment down below on your thoughts on this video, and I will see you guys in another video. My name's Seb, and I will see you in another Jump Inside gaming video. Goodbye.